Hello, Shannon Grimm with Shannon Grimm and Partners. Thanks for joining us for another episode of our podcast. Today we are joined by Zach Boyt.
That's it.
Nailed
there
it.
There you go. See? Told you I could do it, Stanley. And he is with DR Horton Homes, the largest home builder in America, I believe.
Yes, ma'am.
It is.
And then it is not Dr. Horton Cole, just so you know. And then Mike Stanley and Slavi Jordanov as usual. So just know that any promotions talked about during this segment can change at any time without notice.
You're the best. Thank you so much for getting that out of the way. Keep me out of trouble.
Yes. Trust me, I've worked for many builders, so
Yeah.
things can change on a dime with how they feel that day.
Oh yeah, it might be different when I pick up my phone after this.
Yes.
After this podcast.
They'll be like, we just changed it all. But right now, you guys have you have the best promotions going on right now for anyone looking to buy a home. So if you're looking to buy existing or new, DR Horton could be the choice for you, unless you really want a 1901 home.
That's always an option for you, but I think what we're doing with the new builds, particularly with all the craziness in the real estate world in Columbus, Ohio, a new build's your best option.
Well, and you have so much more buying power with new construction because of your interest rate buy downs right now.
Yeah, so currently we're buying down our conventional rates to 5.5%. Our government rates, that's FHA or VA, are going to be somewhere between 4.5% and 4.99. That's going to get you anywhere from $50,000 to $75,000 more house for the same monthly payment. That includes, your P&I, your taxes, mortgage insurance, HOAs, all that stuff.
Yeah, and
the fours is nuts.
Yeah, and they even have some houses, so depending on where you want to live, they have some houses that are, without basements, but, that's to be expected when we're trying to stay on the affordable end. But DR Horton is building the most affordable houses in Central Ohio. So if you're looking to stay more like that 400, 450 range, there are some really good options out there. There's even a 4-bedroom ranch in Delaware. That's a really good option. So there's just quite a few options out there. So if you're really like around that 350, 375 range, they can get you into a home for like 420.
Yeah, and we actually
the same.
We have homes that are starting around $350,000. We try to, since we are such a big builder, we want to be able to build a home for every stage of a person's life. So your starter home, your kind of move up, and then once you've made it that big 3,400 square foot model that you're looking for. And we have townhomes for people looking to start out. That's an option.
And those are great too, because those are tax abated. Isn't that correct?
Some of them are, yeah.
Some of them
We're still working that out, but it's
a little excited about that.
Yeah,
because those are in Hilliard.
They're in Hilliard.
Yep.
With a possible tax abatement.
We're working on that right now.
Okay.
The next time I'm out here,
I know their Reynoldsburg community, they're building them on slabs, and they're in the 3s.
Yep.
And those are tax abated. And if we're talking about getting in a 4% to 4.5% to 5% range, gosh, the payment on that has to be incredible.
So our tax abated community is in Canal Winchester. We're not tax abated in Reynoldsburg.
Really? I thought that one on the on slabs in Reynoldsburg was 10-year tax abated.
It's not.
Wow, Mike Anderson lied to me. Mike, if you're watching this, I'm going to cut you.
Mike, if I'm wrong, I am so sorry. But yeah,
maybe you just heard what you wanted to hear.
Yeah, our tax abated communities in Canal Winchester. We're doing a slab product down there. I tell all the realtors that I work with, if you have somebody that's pre-approved for $275,000, you should give us a call because we'll be able to find them a great house.
Yeah, as long as they're looking for Canal, but Canal's nice. I watched Canal go from nothing. I still buy all my plants from Canal. So back in the day, I used to work for Homewood out in Canal. So right at Gender and 33.
Yeah, that's excellent. We have 2 new communities, one down in Asheville, Ohio, and then we're just opening one out in Galloway.
Okay.
And those are going to be affordable housing, starting around $350,000 there as well.
So Galloway, we talking Southwestern schools?
Yep.
Okay.
And single family?
Yes.
Okay.
And then on slabs?
Yeah.
I assume.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then they also have great options. So like I've sold a couple up in Delaware up off of Pyatt. So it's a little bit north of our freestanding condo community. They've got some big 2-story homes with 3-car garages that are in like the 550s.
Yep.
So it's an excellent community up there and super close, like walking distance to Berlin and the middle school, the elementary school, everything up there.
Yeah, it's
So
right there.
great location, close to Alum Creek, all that stuff.
For that size home with a 3-car
Yeah.
garage in Olentangy school districts, at that price is nuts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
especially to get those interest
Yeah,
rates.
to get those interest rate, and you're getting a lot of space. They're on really big lots up there, which is something to find. Or
Some are
something hard
treed.
to,
Yep.
it's hard to find a big lot in a new build community
Mhm.
because we do have to maximize the amount of land that we're using.
Yep.
But those ones are nice big lots.
Mhm.
And we also have, I think, maybe one of those big plans up in Ostrander as well.
Blues Creek.
Yeah,
Okay. Yep.
Yeah, that's almost sold out.
Yep.
I think we have one left. I think it's a 3,000 square foot Johnstown out there.
That
yeah.
was a nice community too.
Yeah, it's beautiful up there.
That's where Stanley lives. So Stanley lives in a previous community up there by DR Horton.
Westport at the time.
It was Westport.
But you were actually buying it right as it was becoming DR Horton.
So they finished my build as Westport, and literally the next month became DR Horton, and then the last 3 homes in my neighborhood were DR Horton. So it's funny to see that transition. So, but yeah, it was great. Good.
Hopefully it was smooth. I was not there.
It
then.
was smooth. It was very smooth. So, only a couple little hiccups, and Shannon took care of them right away. So,
Yes.
Quiet storm.
quiet store.
I'll have to ask Mike about that later.
Well, and there may have been some issues in that community with mowing too. So I did get on top of that. So
Was that an HOA issue?
no,
Okay.
that was a builder.
Oh, okay.
Well, and with lawn too became an issue. So it actually worked out really good because then Montino actually went and got extra crews out of Dayton. So a lot of people don't know that sod. We only have one sod farm that feeds every builder in town, and there are only so many sod crews to go around. So I think someone was making fun of me the other day. A builder up was making fun of me because I took pictures of a semi with sod on it. Because I'm like, woo, as you know, as a
It's a big deal when you
person
see a
who
truck with
sells new
sound on
home,
it. Yeah.
I get excited when I see sod for everyone. So sod's exciting, but people don't realize how hard it is to get sod. So
I didn't realize that till just now.
yeah,
Learned
it's
something.
super hard to get sod, and a lot of people get upset when they close during the months that you can't install sod. So if you can't install sod, you can escrow for it during the winter months. But the problem is that, like, if you close in April, you can't escrow for sod because it's not too cold out. But you're going to get your sod before those people that closed in the winter because they've already escrowed. So they hit the people that escrowed a lot later than the people that can't escrow. So they got to get everybody. So, but your company was great because they actually got extra crews out of another city and brought them here. So they got things done.
Yeah, we like to make sure that we take care of everybody.
Yep.
Word of mouth is a great way to grow.
And it's a great group because the essential people all came from Dominion when Dominion was good, and were Westport and are now DR Horton. So that's
Yeah,
always
it's been a great
it's been
culture.
a good group.
To become a part of. I've been there almost a year.
Okay.
And everybody's been very helpful, particularly Mike. Jack's been great.
Mindy's great.
Mindy's amazing.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm out at Ellington Village right now, and she lives right over there, so
Yep.
she kind of floats
Yep.
between communities. But yeah, so she spends a lot of time there, and everybody's been super helpful, and it's been a great culture, and I think there's a lot of great things to come over the next 5-10 years.
They try to make an affordable product where we really don't have it anymore. It's pretty bad when our average price in Central Ohio is 400 and some thousand. When we stayed at 169,000 for years. And so, like, in between this year and last year, our average price per transaction went up $200,000.
That's crazy. Before I was at DR Horton, I was a part-time real estate agent from 2020 to 2023, and I saw that kind of perfect storm of low interest rates and low inventory, those bidding wars and waiving inspections. And that's actually kind of why I got into the new build business, because I started recommending it to all my clients.
It's the way to avoid the bidding war.
Yeah.
So yeah, we always tell people if you want to avoid the bidding war, this is where you go. And if you want a great fixed interest rate for the next 30 years, this is where you go.
And if you want warranties,
Because
this is where you go.
Right. And right now they're offering crazy stuff. So certain homes, not all, right? You can get a washer and dryer.
Yep.
And a refrigerator. So normally
and blinds.
And blinds. I forgot about that. It's insane. So just the amount of stuff they're offering, and you can buy 50 to 75,000 more than what you're approved for.
And you're going to get a 10-year structural warranty, 2 years on all the mechanicals, and then
waterproofing.
Yep, and then 1 year front to back.
Yep. Oh yeah, the bumper to bumper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a new house, so it's going to
Yeah.
settle. You'll get nail pops and stuff like that.
it'll happen.
Well, that's what I tell people. Right. A new house isn't perfect either. It's built by people.
It's settling,
no one's ever lived
it's
in
drying. Things over that course of that year are going to change a little bit. It happens.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't like to go home because every time I do, I see a new drywall line where the drywall's separated. Or, my garage, the ceiling has fallen down on my car because it's a 40-year-old home. So stuff happens. You don't get that in new construction.
But it's nice having those warranties built in. And then you have manufacturer warranties on top of it as well. So
yeah, absolutely. I think a 20-year limited lifetime warranty on the roof. People are always concerned about that, but they should be very well covered with that.
Yep. And a lot of your communities now, correct me if I'm wrong, are having the pool too, right? So the community...
Yeah, Ellington Village has a pool.
Yep.
Yeah, we have a pool in Ellington Village, and down in Walnut Mill in Asheville, we have a pickleball court, basketball court, and then a fishing pond as well.
There better be more than one pickleball court, as we have learned.
It was something that I brought up, but when we were going through that process, I think I was only a month in, so it might have fallen on deaf ears. But there might be some fights breaking out here pretty soon.
Yeah, we are in a freestanding condo community, and we currently only have 3 residents. But we still get told every day how we're going to need a second pickleball court.
Really, they want 3, but 2 would be nice.
Yeah. So pickleball is really crazy. And I have to go to physical therapy. And every time I'm in there, there's someone who has a new pickleball injury. So I'm like, God created pickleball so that you guys have job security, didn't he? So it's crazy how many people are in with pickleball injuries. I just wake up and have a new injury. So.
Well, it's better to be active in doing it instead of not.
Sleeping and waking up. That's
watching
what
TV,
happened to me.
Cheetos. It's funny. I actually, before I came to DR Horton, I actually worked for a company that built pickleball courts.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So I've seen both sides of it now.
Huh. So that is interesting. So
no wonder he was pushing to build more pickleball courts.
Yeah. I have contacts.
Hey, old company.
Yeah. So we might need those contacts too. Yeah. So our pickleball court, we have a little spot that accumulates some water, and they said that. Oh, okay.
They call it a bird bath. Okay, interesting.
Do you want to know what the industry standard is for
1 hour?
Yep, 1 hour. The nickel test.
Yep.
So after a rain, you throw a nickel in it. After an hour, if it's still covering the nickel, then whoever built the court should come back and fill that hole for you.
Yeah, wow. We've been told that's all they can do.
Wow.
I haven't bought a fancy roller thingy.
Yeah, the roll dries.
Yep.
Yeah.
Doesn't work that well. The push squeegee works better. On
$200 roller doohickey.
I use the push squeegee when I do it for you guys.
Like $20. Yeah.
I know it works. It works better for me than the roller.
Interesting. So, how many pickleball courts did you build in a year?
Probably 50.
Well,
wow, that's crazy.
Pickleball kind of came out of nowhere.
Yeah, it's crazy, but it's awesome. Like, anybody can pick up a paddle and play. You can get really competitive if you want to.
From someone who's physically fit and does CrossFit, he says. Anyone can pick up a rack and do pickleball.
Well, I think you have a bunch of people that used to play tennis that aren't as mobile as they used to be, and they're still able to get out there. Right. Now, I guess you're probably
somehow
seeing
it seems worse. Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's because people get very competitive and aggressive. You can sit there.
People my age are very competitive.
Correct, but you can be physically active and just take light, nice, easy steps and just play. And you can keep score, but they start getting aggressive. They start reaching for stuff, sprinting and diving, and it's just
Yes.
That's fine. People
And
can
that's
play
where
that
they
way,
get
and that's
hurt.
great. But when you're 80 years
But
old,
when you're over 50, shit goes wrong pretty quickly.
I think it's better than playing basketball in your 40s.
it's
I hear that's very dangerous.
brutal.
A lot of
Yeah.
knees, a lot of ankles.
Yeah. Pickleball, I've seen a lot of ankle injuries and knee injuries on pickleball.
It's fun. My parents play now too. They finally got into it and they love it. So, and they were always physically active, still have been.
They
but
weren't very good at it.
They're not good at it though.
But Abby
That's what's
managed
crazy.
to
My
get some
dad,
good shots of them doing
my
it.
dad played tennis for decades, and they both have stayed in great shape.
Mm-hmm.
And somehow, when they got on the pickleball court, it looked like it was the first time they've ever played a sport in their life. I was like, "What is wrong with you?"
I would not have expected that.
Oh, it was disappointing to say the least.
Abby said it was hard to get good shots, but she managed to get them for
It
a
was hard-
commercial.
it was
Oh,
hard.
I saw that commercial. Yeah.
Aren't
to
they
get good
cute?
shots, but hard to
Yeah.
not laugh while recording it as well.
His parents
Now
were
it's
so
all come together.
cute. They were
Yeah.
like the perfect models for our.
Well, I asked if the couple knew each other who was there, and she said yeah. And I was like, okay, that makes a lot of sense because they look natural
Yeah,
in there. I
Oh,
think
they're
it would be-
married.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're married, and they were
and that was
acting.
their grandkids.
They
too.
were acting better than they do in real life, mom and dad.
What were you concerned of happening on camera?
Oh, I thought an argument was going to break out for sure. And then I would have loved to have kept that for the blooper reels.
And Abby, of course, didn't have any volume, which was good. So
That worked as well.
We all tend to do better when we don't have to actually act or
Correct.
talk.
They
so.
did attempt to do some fake voice and line acting while they were doing a couple of the scenes, and it was embarrassing. Oh my gosh, it was bad.
So it's best we just did silence.
Correct.
It was a
Correct.
silent film.
So Ellington Village, that community is super unique to me in the fact of its location, its price point, the lot sizes, the HOA, you said you had a pool out there. I know you
Yep.
guys are getting close to the end out there. How many lots do you have left?
I have 7 spec homes available right now,
Okay.
unless something sold in the last couple hours, which it might have. I have 2 model homes that we're going to put on for sale, and then we're going to build one more in the parking lot that we have next to our models. So what's that, 11?
Yeah, 11.
11 left. Or
Yeah.
no, 10.
10, you're right,
10,
correct,
yeah.
10.
So
You're getting down to the end.
Yeah. We're getting down to the end, and they're all really great lots. Some of them back up to a pond. HOA is $42 a month. You're going to get a nice pool, a nice community, and it's in a super kind of unique area out in Granville. And I think it's going to be the
close
only
to
thing.
Intel.
Yeah, probably 15 minutes from Intel. And I'm told it's the last development of its kind going in Granville because Granville doesn't want anything else like that out there. I think at some point, once Intel really gets going, the growth in the population, the money that they'll be offering, you'll probably get another community in there before too long. But I think over the next 5 to 8 years, you're not going to see anything, and that's going to be really good for the property values over there.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and I love its location. You're close to Granville, but you're just outside.
Yep.
You have easy access to things there. And that
Yeah,
HOA fee is nothing for having a pool. I mean, most people are paying $300 to $400 a year for HOA fees in communities anyway, and they don't have the amenities. And most pool passes now are $500 to $800 for a family for a summer. So your HOA fees easily cover those things.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
incredible.
No, it's great, and most of our HOAs are set up around that price point. I think 2 of the HOAs adopted a $50 charge so that they could provide their community with free internet. Well, quote unquote free. It's $50 a month.
You're
but
still
it's
paying
yeah,
it,
Yeah, so it's a good deal. But yeah, we try to keep down there, and it's just a good way to make sure everybody's following the rules and keeping the property values up for everyone.
Yeah, because I know that's the problem that a lot of people have with certain communities where they were new at one time, but that builder did not put HOAs in. So you find some rather unique things in those communities. So love HOAs or hate them, it's still good to have.
Yeah, you don't want people parking in their yard or
Literally jacking up their car in the street.
making sure that they're
Leaving it that
taking
way.
care of their yard.
Mm. So one thing to remember about DR Horton is that if you find a home that you like, there are 26 others that are also selling that home that work for DR Horton because they can cross-sell. So it's not that the person who's showing you in that community that they're the only one selling it. Know that there's a bunch of other people that are trying to sell the same house. So if you want one of their homes, you should usually act very quickly.
I have been in a home where we were standing in there talking about it. My buyer was thinking about it, thought they liked it. We were going to go run numbers, and he was going to make a decision that evening or the next morning. It sold while we were in the house.
The first transaction that I did with DR Horton, we found the home. It was in Almond Run over in Grove City. It was the perfect lot. I think it was a Bellamy.
Oh, yeah, we like the Bellamy.
Yeah, Bellamy's great. And went home, did the paperwork. So the way it works is we collect our deposit, 1.9%, and then I can release the contract. So I collected the deposit, I released the contract, and somebody else signed their contract before we could get ours signed, so we lost the house. So
That's crazy.
Yeah, if you find something that works for you, you got to make a move fast.
Yeah, because the old adage, if you found a home today and you're thinking about it tonight, someone else found it yesterday and they already thought about it last night.
Yep.
So you kind of want to act on it as soon as you can. I just had folks miss out on the perfect house. So, and I'm pretty sure there will not be another one. But it is what it is.
Yeah, it happens.
So, but anyhow, we thank you for joining us.
Yeah,
Do
thanks
you
so
want
much
to tell
for having
people
me.
how to get a hold of you?
Yeah, you can come see me out at Ellington Village. You can find me on Facebook, Zach Boyt, or you can give me a call or shoot me a text at 412-377-7860.
Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And as always, thanks for watching us. Make sure to like, follow, subscribe, and
Hit that notification bell and comment at Shannon Grimm Realtor.
thank you.